Longtime college hockey rivals Western Michigan and Miami met last weekend in Oxford, Ohio for a two-game series in the NCHC. Friday night, trailing 2-0 in the second period, Corey Schooneman scored on the power play to cut the deficit in half. But the Redhawks added two more goals and went on to win 4-2. Saturday night in the rematch, the Broncos again trailed 2-0, but erupted for three second-period goals, two by freshman Ethan Frank and the game winner by sophomore Lawton Cordnall. Sophomore goaltender Ben Blacker came up with some big saves, preserving a 3-2 victory for the Broncos, who hold on to third place in the NCHC standings. I'm Robin Hook. Coming up, Associate Head Coach Dave Shyiak joins me for all the highlights of Western Michigan and Miami on Bronco Review after this timeout.
Bronco Review is a production of Western Michigan University Athletics and WMU Media Services, and is brought to you in part by Greenleaf Trust, financial security from generation to generation. Trust is in their name for a reason. They've earned it.
You may wonder how we pack all that great taste into just 96 calories. Well, that's a mystery you don't need to solve. You just get to enjoy. Spelled different because it's brewed different.
Being a member at Arbor Financial Credit Union is the relationships and personal attention you get from our helpful and knowledgeable staff. But we realize you don't always have time for that. With Arbor Financial's secure mobile app, you can quickly check your balance, pay a bill, deposit a check, or find an ATM. In between, well, everything else. Visit us online at arborfcu.org for more information. Arbor Financial Credit Union. Bank here, grow here.
Are you considering home improvements? You should consider Blackberry.
Blackberry has completed several home improvement projects in our neighborhood, so when we were ready for 20 new replacement windows, we called Blackberry. They completed the project on time and their workmanship was outstanding. Our friends are amazed, and we love the transformation of our home both inside and out with our new windows from Blackberry Home Improvement Specialists.
Call today or go to blackberrysystems.com.
When I grow up, I'm gonna redefine pizza. One that will change the history of pizza forever. A pizza with the most cheese and the most pepperoni. This is my dream, and I can do it. Because my mom and dad said I can accomplish anything. And I will do great things in life.
Sorry, kid, it's been done.
But my dream...
Introducing Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest Pizza. A large pizza with the most cheese and the most pepperoni for just $6.
Pizza, pizza.
Hi, I'm Jim Vandenberg with Maple Hill Auto Group. We know that car buying is a journey, not just a destination. We know that we need to be there each step of the way for you, through parts, sales, service, through your entire ownership experience. At Maple Hill Auto Group, we look at every customer, not as a single purchase, but rather as a start to a journey that we hope spans generations. Maple Hill Auto Group, for a journey like no other.
To the neutral zone, DiPietro in on right wing. Puts on the brakes, drops it off for Frank, he scores! Ethan Frank, top corner, ties the game at 2.
A big weekend for Ethan Frank of the Broncos. He scored 3 goals, including that one that tied the game on Saturday in a Western Michigan victory over Miami. Ethan was named the NCHC Rookie of the Week with his performance, and big weekend for Ethan. We're with Dave Shyiak, Associate Head Coach. Dave, thanks for filling in for Andy today.
Thanks for being here. Obviously an important win for us to get back on the win column, and real nice for Ethan Frank. Obviously he's been working hard, and he was rewarded for his efforts. Obviously got 3 big goals, and we needed guys to step up. Obviously we're dealing with some injuries, and he was one of the guys that was able to get on the board and help out with a nice win on Saturday.
All right, longtime rivals Western Michigan and Miami going at it, dating back into the old CCHA days, now in the NCHC. The two teams split 2 games earlier in the year at Lawson Ice Arena. This series at Oxford, Ohio, at Steve Cady Arena in the Goggin Ice Center. You see the Broncos warming up and looking for that elusive road win. They're tough to come by. You did pick one up on Saturday, but Friday was a tough night against the Redhawks.
Yeah, I think on Friday, Robin, we were happy with our start on Friday. We weren't able to get on the board early. They ended up getting 2 goals, but we did cut the lead with Shoonie getting the 5-on-3 goal, and they replied with 2 goals after that. And you know, I think the chances ended up being 17-17 like that. They were able to convert. We weren't. Overall, as a staff and as a group, we thought we could have played better, but we were a little obviously unhappy with the result. But I thought we showed real good resiliency coming back for Saturday night.
These are Friday night first period highlights. You outshot them on Friday night 8-7 in the first period, and you had Austin Kane in goal, the true freshman, making a start.
Yeah, we talked as a staff, and he's worked hard. We've been a little inconsistent there. He went in, obviously, as a freshman and did real well. We thought he made some real key saves. We didn't give him a whole lot of run support, but for the most part, we were happy with his play.
You had an early 5-on-3 power play in this game, too.
Yeah, and obviously you want to try to take advantage. As you had mentioned, we outshot him in the first. I think we outchanced him for the first period and a half. We had an opportunity to get the first goal on the 5-on-3. Their penalty killers were good. Their goaltender came up with some big saves. We were unable to convert, and sometimes that swings the momentum the other way.
They have Larkin in goal. He's a Michigan kid, and he played really well in the Friday night game, and Saturday you were able to get to him. As we go to second period highlights in the Friday game at Oxford, Ohio, their skating team performing at intermission, and they have an outstanding skating team. But here we go with some second period highlights. There's Larkin, the young man from Clarkston, Michigan, playing goal for Miami.
I think with us, we're trying to put more of an emphasis on net presence, and the two goals that we scored, we were able to get bodies in front of them. With Schoeneman's goal, the 5-on-3, we had a good screen in front with Jade McMullen, and then on the face-off goal that Frankie had scored, I think it was Paul Stojkovic, had a good screen. So we wanted to get back to the basics and put more people around their net, and we certainly did a better job of that on Saturday night.
They got a couple of goals here in the second period on Friday. Ben Lown got him on the board to snap the scoreless tie. They added a power play goal from Gordy Green, and it was 2-0. But Corey Schoeneman was able to come up with a big goal as he shot one from the blue line on a 5-on-3 Bronco power play, and it was a laser.
Great puck movement on our 5-on-3. That was a situation where we had to score. Like we talked about, we did cut the lead. We had good puck movement, got it up top. I think we called a timeout actually prior to that 5-on-3 to settle things down. And the guys did a great job executing. Like I said, I can't remember who made the pass over to Schooney for the wrist shot, but we had a great screen in front with Jade McMullen, and obviously we were able to convert, and obviously a big goal at that time.
Yeah, Dawson DiPietro and Hugh McGinn got the assists on the 5-on-3 to Corey Schoeneman, and you coach the D. You teach them how to shoot like that?
We work on it. The guys do a good job every day after practices, and obviously, you know, we want our defensemen are doing a good job, a better job of putting pucks on the net. And obviously, Schooney was rewarded with a quick release to the net.
That's been a big part of your season, and while you're ranked in the national polls, thanks to your D scoring a lot of goals, they've added because you lost a lot of offense from a year ago, Dave, and those D-men are putting some points on the board for you.
Yeah, you always look for improvement every year, and it's a matter of guys getting more confident and getting the reps in practice and working on getting more pucks to the net and changing the point of attack and moving your feet to create some open looks to the net. And our guys work at it every single day, so it's nice to see our group rewarded.
All right, here we go to the third period in the Friday game. You're down 3-1. Certainly you've had plenty of comebacks this year in the third period, which is really one of your better periods all season long.
Yeah, and you know, you're never out of a game, Robin, and whether it's a 1 or 2 goal game, just the way the game's being called, you just want to give yourselves a chance, and we did, unfortunately. You know, we took a couple penalties, and sometimes that could be taxing, and we just weren't able to get kind of that second goal to move closer.
Usually the 5-on-3 is an odd thing. It happens maybe, you know, once a month. There were a bunch of 5-on-3s in this game, more than I've ever seen.
The Saturday game, sorry, and I was talking to the director of officials, and there was 4 5-on-3s. Each team had 2 5-on-3s, and for us, we had to kill 2 5-on-3s in the second period, and I think they had a 5-on-3 in the first and a 5-on-3 in the third. So it was, you know, obviously unfortunate. You never want to go down that many times 5-on-3, and when you do go 5-on-3, you got to convert.
All right, back to Friday. The Broncos continue to battle here in the third period. You were down 3-1. They added a goal, made it 4-1. Then Ethan Frank scored his first of the weekend, made the final 4-2. time to regroup and get ready for Saturday night.
Yeah, and that's what we did. It's nice to get on the board, and it was a nice face-off win, I think, by Paul Washy, and he got it back, quick release. We had to get screen and obviously cut the lead 4-2, and you got to press the restart button, get ready for Saturday.
We'll come back with the Saturday highlights. A Western Michigan victory over Miami. Now timeout on Bronco Review.
You trust Dungey Body and Frame for all your collision repair work, but they offer so much more, like paintless dent repair, brakes and wheel alignment, and perfect paint matching. Dungey also works with all insurance companies to make sure your vehicle is restored to pre-accident condition. So for personal service and high-quality workmanship, call Dungey Body and Frame at 375-2100 or visit their website, DungeyBody.com. Dungey Body and Frame, part of your community since 1973.
Whether it's your knee, back, or wrist, a small pain can be a big problem that affects everything you do. Ascension care teams at Borgias take the time to listen, because listening to you helps us see your whole picture. More conversation, more back and forth, more questions and answers. That's what helps us understand all aspects of you and your life. Find an orthopedic doctor who is right for you at borgias.com/orthopedics.
The people who accomplish so much are always striving to do even more. Now, with our help, they will. It's time for more.
At Galesburg Ford, we all agree we love football.
And I like the Honolulu blue and silver. Brown and gold all the way. I kind of like purple.
We may all cheer for different teams, but our team here at Galesburg Ford has one goal. And that's to put you in the right car, truck, or SUV. So whether it's a brand new Ford
or a certified used vehicle, now you can score your next vehicle at Galesburg Ford. Touchdown!
Galesburg Ford.
Not too far for your next car.
Choosing your home isn't easy. This is where your kids will draw on the walls, where the people you love will gather to laugh and cry. It's a big decision, which is why choosing your mortgage partner should be easy. With low rates and quick turnaround, Arbor Financial Credit Union can create a customized mortgage solution that is right for you. Visit us at arborfcu.org to find out more. Arbor Financial Credit Union. Bank here, grow here.
Pass intercepted by the Broncos. Lawton Courtnall back, he comes with a burst. Lawton over the line, shoots and scores! Lawton Courtnall goes upstairs on Larkin.
A huge goal by Lawton Courtnall in the second period Saturday night. That would be the game winners. The Broncos went on to defeat Miami 3-2 and gain a weekend split in the series, and that was a big win and 3 huge points in the standings, Dave.
Big win for our group. Obviously, we needed it just to get some confidence in our young group, and getting a win going into the break and get some traction to our game is beneficial, and obviously anytime you win on the road is a positive thing.
Here we go, first period, Saturday night, you go back to Ben Blacker in goal.
Yeah, I think we made the switch. Austin did have a pretty good game. We thought Ben deserved another start here, and to his credit, we thought he played his A game. He was on top of the crease, made some key saves at the right time, came up big in the end. We had to kill a 5-minute power play, made some key saves there, and then at the end I think he had to make 2 sharp saves to make sure we got the win. So it was nice for him to get one of his best games, and we got the result we wanted.
Right there, you put one off the post. Jade McMullen was right at the top of the paint, hit the post. Then Dawson DiPietro scored, or we thought so, and they waved it off for offside.
Again, we did a good job killing the penalties, and we get on the power play, and the guys had good puck movement, and Dawson scored, and obviously they went to video review, and it was called off. But Coach Murray did a great job, called the guys back, whether it's a goal or non-goal, we continue to play the game, and we did so. Unfortunately, we didn't get the 2 goals that they got, and obviously we had to fight from behind again.
Once again, down 2-0 in this game, but the guys stayed resilient and battled back with that 3rd goal in the second period to take the lead. But here we continue in the first period, and it was quite a battle in the first period, but not a lot of shots. 7-5, they outshot you.
Yeah, it was a kind of a defensive effort, and obviously we had to kill some penalties. We had 2 power plays, they had 2 power plays, so a bit of a special teams period. They were able to convert on theirs, obviously, and we didn't. But every point is just hard fought. We call it tight ice. There wasn't a whole lot of ice out there in the first period.
All right, you go into the dressing room and talk about that first period. You were down 1-0 as they scored on the power play. Gaylord, Michigan native Casey Gilling put him on the board with the power play. It was 1-0 after one period of play, and we go back to the Goggin Ice Center, Steve Cady Arena, for period number 2. It was a good crowd on hand. Austin Lee, our Bronco Review cameraman, getting some great shots, and now we go to second period action, and this would be a big period for the Broncos, but not until they took a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, and you know what? It's not a way you want to start a period or end a period. They scored, I think, with 22 seconds left on their power play in the first. They're up 1-0. I think it was their first or even second shift in the second period. They go up right away, make it 2-0. And as a team, you can either deflate or continue to push forward. And our group did a real good job and kind of waiting for our opportunity to get that first goal.
Ethan Frank with a goal, and the Broncos are on the board, trailing 2-1. Ethan's second of the series and first of 2 in this period, his 4th goal of the season. And there you see Ben Blacker making some big saves.
Benny was a key. I thought he was our best penalty killer on the ice. He made some key stops at the right times, and then we needed to give him some run support, and it was a great finish by Ethan Frank by a nice pass by Austin Rushoff, that first goal.
Here you're getting some activity in front of the net, and that's what you want to see. You want to see bodies in front of the goaltender.
Yeah, we didn't think we did a good enough job on Friday night to take the goaltender's eyes away. The goals that we did score on Friday, it was directly as a result of having a good net presence and taking away the goalie's eyes, and we started to crowd the net a little bit more on Saturday.
2 big saves right there by Ben Blacker. That was Gordy Green for them, coming right down the slot. He made the stop, and then you come right back and roof one in the corner.
Great play, real good transition play up the ice, and Dawson DiPietro made a nice play with a wide drive and made a great pass to Frankie right in the wheelhouse, and he roofed it. We thought he was a little weak. If you look at both our goals, they're to the top glove side. He was a goaltender that went down a little early, and we took advantage of that.
That was Courtnall's game-winning goal, the 3rd goal of the second period by the Broncos, and that would be the final goal of the night as the goaltenders stood tall the rest of the way.
Yeah, Watts took advantage. They had a bad turnover in our zone. I think he skated the puck from the top of the circles all the way down, and again, he shot it top left-hand side of the net, roofed it to the glove side, and obviously a big goal. Happy for him, obviously, and a big goal going in the 3rd period with the lead.
All right, here you come out for the 3rd period and hold on to that 1-goal lead, and you put some pressure on them, but they outshot you 8-0 in the 3rd period, and there was a huge point in this 3rd period where you had to kill off a 5-minute major with a 1-goal lead.
No, we had the one chance. They didn't count as a shot on net when Schoenemann hit the post on a nice backhand play. And then, again, you don't want to take too many penalties. We end up taking the 5 we had to kill. And if you listen to their press conference, Coach Blase just simply said our penalty killers outworked their power play guys. So our guys showed good resiliency, good urgency, good desperation. And when we needed a save, Benny came through. Then we had to kill one off in the last minute as well.
Coach Shyiak coaches the penalty kill, and you had them going in this one.
Well, the guys did a great job. All the credit goes to them. I thought they were just quick on pucks. Our clears were good. When we needed a block, they were great. We didn't give them a whole lot of zone time, and when they did get some looks in the net, like I said, Benny Blacker was sharp.
All right, here you go, trying to put it away with a 4th goal. You weren't going to get one, but Ben Blacker was just solid and was not going to give up that 1-goal lead.
No, Benny was outstanding. And you'd mentioned, obviously, we had a penalty kill about 6 minutes or 8 minutes in the 3rd period. You need your goaltender to be your best penalty killer, and he certainly was. And guys were making some good blocks for him. And, you know, if you're going to win games on the road, you need your goaltender to be at his best, and Benny certainly was.
And there you see the final score, 3-2. Ben Blacker makes some big saves at the end, and Austin Rushoff had a big face-off win for you there, just when you needed it.
Well, it was a little funny, I guess, or comical at the end. We needed a guy to win a face-off at the end. We needed a righty. That was his first time ever on the penalty kill. So he got his 10 seconds of love, and he goes, "Coach, I'll win it." He was on his right side. He ended up winning and got some PK time, so everybody was happy.
Good stuff. And the Broncos get the win, 3-2, and huge points in the standings. 3 points holds them in third place in the NCHC standings going into next weekend. We'll be back with more Bronco Review after this timeout.
Maple Hill is proud to be a Subaru dealer. Subaru, it is like no other. Because of the 35 miles per gallon that you get in the summer and the all-wheel drive in the winter, the 5-star crash test ratings, the recommendations year after year from the best consumer magazines out there. Own it and you'll say, I love my Subaru. At Maple Hill Subaru, it is a journey like no other.
A part of being a member at Arbor Financial Credit Union is the relationships and personal attention you get from our helpful and knowledgeable staff. But we realize you don't always have time for that. With Arbor Financial's secure mobile app, you can quickly check your balance, pay a bill, deposit a check, or find an ATM. In between, well, everything else. Visit us online at arborfcu.org for more information. Arbor Financial Credit Union. Bank here, grow here.
Does your home need a facelift? You should call BlackBerry. For over 35 years, BlackBerry's been improving the look of homes throughout West Michigan with new roofing and siding. Right now, save 50% off the installation of new roofing and siding from BlackBerry, featuring the Owens Corning Duration Shingle and Mastic Vinyl Siding. 50% off installation of roofing and siding and pay no interest for 18 months. Call today or go to blackberrysystems.com.
Caesars has introduced the Extra Most Bestest Pizza, a large pizza with the most cheese and the most pepperoni for $6. This affects the pizza economy, causing demand for Little Caesars to skyrocket and employment to enter a pizza boom. Where will Little Caesars get all these new employees? Oh, that's where.
Get the new Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest Pizza, a large pizza with the most cheese and the most pepperoni for just $6.
Pizza. 5 seconds left. Shot deflects back to Hutt. 2 seconds. 1 second. Blacker with a save, and it's over. Western Michigan has defeated Miami 3-2.
Big saves late by Ben Blacker in the Saturday night 3-2 Western Michigan victory. And right about now, it'd be great to see a hot goaltender going into the final 6 games in postseason.
Well, you need that. Obviously, our goal is to play for a championship in the NCHC, and you got to get to the Final Four. And for us, the first step is to try to get home ice. And anytime you're moving forward and gaining wins, you need your goaltender to be at top of your game, and he certainly was on Saturday night and give ourselves a chance to win. And at the end of the day, he made 2 great saves at the end there to get the win for us.
Of course, Ben Blacker was your #1 guy in net as a freshman a year ago, and so he has that experience to draw on as you move towards the end of the season.
Yeah, and I think if you talk to Benny, there's been a little inconsistency, and sometimes you have that as a sophomore, but he's a really determined individual, and he wants to do well and give our group a chance to win. We put him in Saturday night to do a job, and he did it well.
And he's got some other goaltenders pushing him in practice, and that's always a good thing.
Great group of guys. You got Austin Kane, you got obviously Trevor Gorsuch and Will Massey, and they all do a tremendous job being strong teammates, and they push each other, get each other better.
All right, the Broncos take this week off and return to action against St. Cloud on February the 16th. We'll look ahead to that series next on Bronco Review after this timeout.
Staying with a standard checking account isn't much different than stashing your money in a piggy bank. A momentum checking account from Arbor Financial Credit Union is like strapping a rocket to your piggy bank and launching it to higher earnings. With momentum checking, the more you use your debit card, the more interest you can earn. Up to 4% APY on balances up to $15,000. Visit arborfcu.org to find out more. Arbor Financial Credit Union. Bank here, grow here.
Whether it's your knee, back, or wrist, a small pain can be a big problem that affects everything you do. Ascension care teams at Borgias take the time to listen, because listening to you helps us see your whole picture. More conversation, more back and forth, more questions and answers. That's what helps us understand all aspects of you and your life. Find an orthopedic doctor who is right for you at borgias.com/orthopedics.
At Galesburg Ford, we're getting geared up for fall. So if your goal is to be driving a new car, rush on down to Galesburg Ford.
You can't afford to pass up these great deals on a new car or truck at Galesburg Ford. New 2018 models are arriving daily. Come out and visit us at Galesburg Ford. We're located 1 mile north of I-94, exit 85, halfway between Kalamazoo and Battle Creek. When it comes to your next vehicle, our team has you covered at Galesburg Ford.
Not too far for your next car.
I'm Carter Osterhaus. You're gonna love banking with Lake Michigan Credit Union. It's the one place where you'll always get great rates and the best service. Take advantage of Lake Michigan Credit Union's max equity loans. It's the perfect way to affordably finance home improvements, repairs, and new appliances using the equity in your home. Anyone can open an account. I did. Lake Michigan Credit Union, the best place for your money.
Right up the middle comes Green with a shot. Blacker, point blank save. Rebound back at the blue line. And Blacker knocks that one away off the stick of Johnson.
Ben Blacker with a big save on Gordy Green, one of the top scorers on the Miami team. That came in the second period on Saturday when the score was 2-1. The Broncos would come back and score 2 goals shortly after that to take the lead, and they would go on to win 3-2. And a big 3 points going into a bye week for the Broncos, Dave, as you take this week off, kind of recuperate a little bit.
Yeah, anytime you can go into a break on a positive note with a win on the road is obviously a good thing, and it gives our group a chance to kind of heal up. We're banged up a little bit with some key players. So we'll focus on getting those guys healed up, but also we want to continue with our conditioning and timing and obviously prepare for a big series against St. Cloud at home here.
Broncos are ranked 14th and 15th in the 2 college hockey polls this week after the win Saturday over Miami. They'll get ready to take on St. Cloud. They're the second place team in the NCHC behind Denver going into the weekend, and you split with those guys just a few weeks ago.
I think they're rated second in the country as well. They're 4 lines deep. They're dangerous offensively. Their special teams is good. There's not a whole lot of weaknesses there. It was nice, obviously, to get the win on the road and split on the big ice, but now they're coming to Lawson Arena with the Lunatics, and we're hoping to come away with some important points there.
Now you'll have back-to-back series against St. Cloud next weekend and the following weekend against Minnesota Duluth. 4 huge games for the Broncos at home.
Well, that's how it is in the NCHC, as you well know, Rob, and we don't want to look too far ahead. We're focused on Friday, and as Coach Murray always said, we're working to get better every single day, and our guys are doing a good job of that.
Good luck next weekend.
Thanks, Robin. Appreciate it.
Next week in our Bronco Review show, Coach Hawkins will be back. We'll take a look at basketball highlights from home games against Miami and Ohio. Coach Shyiak and our staff here at Bronco Review, I'm Robin Hook. Thanks for watching. See you next week.